The college basketball experience pregame show for Super Tuesday, February the 11th edition on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up with the promo code TCESGPN to get a 50% deposit up to $1,000. That is the Underdog Fantasy promo code TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Edge Boost. Earn up to $750 per sports gambling transaction. Head on over there to edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. And last but not least, we're brought to you by Rhythm, the leader in data-driven picks and props. Get your 7-day free trial today by heading over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM today. Welcome, everybody, into the college basketball experience, baby. Preview picks for the pregame show. Super Tuesday, February the 11th. We got a loaded slate, so no reason to beat around the bush. Introductions. I am Moneyline Mac, a.k.a. the former video coordinator for Bob Huggins and Frank Martin. Oh, yeah, baby. Tastes good. Happy hour here on a Super Tuesday. And joining me to talk college hoops, you guys know him. He is the DC Sports Messiah, also known as a Green-Mown and Weed-Growing Troy Chudig. Troy, what's up, man?
What's going on? We have quite a bit to get through today, but yeah, finally a day where we have to wait until 7 o'clock. We don't get a 6 o'clock appetizer or a 6:30 appetizer or anything. This kind of sucks, but I will say I think that does good numbers for our viewership when people don't have other basketball games to watch. We get a little bit of a bump up in here.
That
we love bumps.
Yeah, we do love bumps. It's idiotic that they don't have a game tipping off at 6:30. But third man in the booth, you guys know him from the Underdog Fantasy Daily article. He is Cannabis Capper, a.k.a. CC. What's up, man?
Mac, it's good to be back. Yeah, I like the late start. That we can get through the pregame, we can get everything out there, and then we go straight into the games. Like a proper pregame show where we don't have to compete with anything. I dig it. I don't know about you guys. So.
I like the 6 o'clock. There should be a 5 o'clock game. Give you something to sweat out in the background. But guy that likes to sweat himself, you guys know him from the Pump Fake Pod from the state of Wisconsin. He is Stooley Picks. Trev, what's up, bro?
What's going on, guys? Yeah, this slate is this might be the best Tuesday slate of the year by far. This is awesome.
Really?
Have you seen the lineup tonight?
I've seen the lineup tonight, but the best one of the year. That's a hot
best
take.
Tuesday. Best Tuesday.
Cap is pushing back early.
I don't know. I just have to think about. We've had some pretty fire Super Tuesdays, but this is a really good one. I mean, he's not wrong. I just don't know if it's the best of the year. I have to think about it.
Well, we have.
Sorry.
How many ranked matchups? I guess we only have 3, but it's just I feel like it's quality matchup after quality matchup.
Yeah. I mean, when you say for the year, do you just mean 2025 or do you mean the basketball season?
The whole college season. This games up and down. Like this is by far the biggest volume week that I've had, not including a Saturday. So this is a great slate tonight.
Let's go. All right, let's dive into it. We got a loaded 7 o'clock slate. To your point here, I'll lead it off here in the Big Ten. We'll spotlight some of these games. We'll go Purdue, Michigan. Michigan got absolutely housed in Mackey. This game's not at Mackey though, so that's going to help Michigan, I think, a little bit here. Michigan, Purdue, both 2 losses in the Big Ten. You know, the first thing I thought Michigan could exploit the inside or the paint, but they were not able to just because Purdue got after them on the perimeter. I think the crowd had a lot to do with it. I like Michigan in the rematch here. I think they can control the tempo here and not turn the ball over a zillion times. Give me Michigan. I'll lay the 2.5. Let's go blue.
So I don't know what order we want to go in, but
Here. Yeah, let's do the order I introed. Then I switch everybody. There you go.
Nice. We get the little reverse, nice little C. But a lot of these games that are rematches, it looks like it's factored into the line that they think some of these teams are going to respond. Specifically, Michigan here after getting absolutely shithoused. Yeah, I saw the first 3 comments are Purdue money line, Purdue outright. I'm taking Purdue for sure. Give me Michigan lay.
Always, dude. That's an indication that if everybody just fires away at the same game,
Purdue's a way better basketball team, but why is Michigan laying 2.5? Somebody knows. The time travelers that set the lines in Vegas have already seen the outcome of this one.
Yeah, they know there's definitely a reason this line's -2.5. Yeah, I'm on Michigan. I'm fading the chat geniuses and the Twitter cappers. Again, revenge angle. Also, that's been like the rule for the years is to fade Purdue on the road. Guess what? We've got Purdue on the road here. I don't really think this Purdue team is the 7th best team in the country. I don't think they deserve that number next to their name, and I don't think we're going to be seeing that number next to the name after this game. So give me Michigan. I'll lay the 2.5. Let's go.
Let's go, Trev. You.
Yeah, I laid it with Michigan last night -2. Kaufman Wren has kind of gotten away with not playing any bigs the last 2 games against USC and Iowa here, so I think he might be due for a little rough game here against 2 bigs. And like you said, they got absolutely shit pumped at Purdue. They were walking into a buzzsaw though. That was Purdue off of the prior home loss to Ohio State here. So yeah, I think Michigan gets it done here, revenge spot, and not to mention Dusty May's an Indiana guy, so losing to Purdue probably boils his blood a little bit, and he's gonna be personally looking for some revenge.
All righty, so 4 across the board on Noah Phoenix, Michigan Wolverines.
Maybe we're the idiots.
Maybe we are.
Wait a second.
Hey, let's go over to this game. We got Tennessee, Kentucky rematch of a couple weeks ago. Kentucky won in Knoxville. This has been a road team series for the most part, for whatever reason, even though both teams do have great home courts. I just think Kentucky played out of their mind in Knoxville, and Tennessee played awful. Ziegler got hurt in that game, if you remember. I like Tennessee. Nice bounce back spot here. Lay the 2.5, but they're laying points for a reason. Better team. And you know me, man. I've been high on Tennessee. It's been an argument or a debate on the college basketball experience all year. I think Tennessee is going to have a good March this year. So love their defense. I think they go into Rupp, take care of business, choke them out here.
I actually really like the idea that Rick Barnes progressively just gains steam. Like he's fucked up so many things in his coaching career, but he doesn't he's learned from messing up so much that he's becoming something that we're not going to be able to stop. Like we're only 2 or 3 years away from people being like, wow, Rick Barnes might be the best coach in the nation.
That's my guy, baby.
I am rocking my Kentucky shirt. I don't think I can take only 2.5 points with a team that is going to be very hesitant to play defense. And again, this line, the revenge angle has been factored in by the time travelers. I'll lay it with Tennessee in a get back. I
mean, if you took the revenge angle on Michigan, I think you have to take the revenge angle of Tennessee, or you're just not being honest with yourself. There was a lot of weird shit that happened in that last game. The Ziegler injury and a couple other things occurred. I think Tennessee's just a better team. I think they get their measure of revenge at Rupp. I'll lay the 2.5. They win by 5. Let's get it.
Yeah, I laid it with Tennessee last night too.
Oh no,
Kentucky,
Chalky Chalk over here from all of us.
I hated how the day started. I'm like, shit, I like way too many favorites. But Kentucky shot 50% from 3 that game, 50% inside the arc. They got to the free throw line more. I don't think that's going to happen this game. No Jackson Robinson either. Kentucky, I mean, congrats on beating South Carolina. I don't think you're fixed whatsoever.
No.
I think the revenge is going to be on point tonight, and Tennessee gets it done. Defense travels here, so give me Tennessee.
All right, final game of the early window with rank on rank, and then we'll fly around to some of the different games. Florida, Mississippi State, holy line move. Bro, Florida's the play. Florida's the play. This thing flipped through 0. It opened to Florida -4. Now it's at Mississippi State -1.5. Everybody and their sister, brother, and cousins got the Twitter tweet. Hail State tonight. Hail State is known for coming up short in these bigger games. They kind of just beat up on the bottom half of the SEC, in my opinion. And I'll take Florida to continue the momentum and try and go after that top spot in the country. So yeah, I'm on Florida here. Definitely love them as a dog now.
I still probably won't fade the Jungle ever in my life, but not being on Florida and watching them come out and just basically make every shot in the first 15 minutes of the game was a little bit upsetting. I scrolled all the way down in my app to my Florida National Championship future and looked at it a little bit, like just to give me a little bit of comfort because I was on Auburn. If you're going to give me points with Florida, I'll take them. I would have been worried about them trying to cover, I don't know, 3.5 or something like that. And now that it's flipped all the way over to this, I mean, Florida is, you've seen what could happen. I know they have a couple of stinker games that they've laid, but a lot of the times they're putting up a lot of points.
Okay. Why is this? I mean, okay. So I've seen like all the Twitter geniuses on Mississippi State today, like every single one of them.
Yeah.
But Florida is the public side here, like super public.
You're asking why the line flipped? Elijah Martin got ruled out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Golden said yesterday he expected him to play, and then today he gets ruled out. So
yeah, they rolled out Elijah Martin. That was the big mover.
But still, they're gonna get the 1 game bump where everybody tries hard. So,
well, he was out on on Saturday, but
this is the post 1 game bump. Maybe the Twitter geniuses are on the right side here. I'm flipping them. Yeah, I'm flipping to Mississippi State. Hail State, get the job done at home. They need this win. They need a good win. It's been a while.
All righty, Trev. Take us home.
Yeah, I took Florida. I got -1.5 last night. So the amount of reverse CLV I got, I'm absolutely loving this.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, I feel good that everybody's on fucking Hail State.
Florida's going to cover the original 4.5 anyway at this rate.
No doubt.
They're going to win by 12. So yeah, Mississippi State in conference play has not been sharp. They've been dropping games. They haven't gotten them done. I mean, they lost to Kentucky, Auburn, Tennessee, Alabama, and Missouri. All elite teams in the SEC here, and Florida's another elite team here. Georgia, South Carolina, Mississippi, and Vanderbilt and South Carolina are their wins. So if Florida drops this game, so be it. I get that it's after the Auburn win. Now they're hitting the road immediately again. I don't care. This is a better team. How many times have we tried to get sharp and fade Florida throughout this year, and it has never worked out. So give me the Gators, chomp chomp.
And we're fading that
2.5 now too.
It's 2.5.
Yeah.
All right.
Even better.
Give me Gators all day.
I'm gonna grab a little more.
Yeah. All right. Let's go over to and get ourselves paid because over here at the Sports Gambling Podcast, football's over, but NASCAR is not. Head over to the sportsgamblingpodcast.com. Says Daytona 500 this weekend. Sign up and get entered. $100 cold hard cash, $100 SGPN gift card, and plus random bonus prizes. Let's go. Sportsgamblingpodcast.com says Daytona to sign up today. We are also brought to you by Edge Boost. You can get down over at Edge Boost, sign up today, and use that promo code so you can get better cash back rewards and instant Tier 2 status. If you want to get down in Florida, you can do so over there. That's edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. That's edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by MyBookie. MyBookie, head on over there. If you want to bet on Michigan, you want to bet on Florida. What was the other one we just talked about? Tennessee. If you want to get down on any of those, get on over there to MyBookie and use our promo code TCESGPN for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus a $10 casino chip. That's mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. And Rhythm. Get on over there. Claim your 7-day free trial today by going over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. NFL picks, and college hoops, college football, NBA, golf, got it all. Build your model over there with Rhythm today. And that gets us to our final sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. Sign up with the promo code TCESGPN. Cap, You are our underdog expertise. What are we going here?
I went 2-1 last night, and I was salty about the one. It didn't work out. Either way. Let's see. Favorite play tonight? I'm going to take you to Morgantown.
What do we got?
BYU playing at Morgantown. This is a great spot to ride with Javon Small. I like him to go higher than 18.5 points. And I can say Troy is excited in the corner.
I don't even have to use autopilot this time. This one is one that I was playing.
Nice.
I was going to say, it's always an autoplay with Javon Small. You really have to talk anybody in this chat into taking Javon Small.
Fair enough. Either way, he averages 18.9 points per game at home. Numbers only 18.5. BYU is terrible at defending the arc. He's going to light them up from beyond. Javon Small to go higher than 18.5 points tonight. Let's get it.
Higher. Troy, where do you want to go other than Javon Small?
Luckily, I gave myself a backup because I knew that if we had 4 people in here, there's a pretty good chance that Javon Small in this BYU game was going to get chosen. I'll take you to another Big 12 game where Hunter Dickinson might not be slapped around here. I think it's a classic Hunter Dickinson spot where it's a stat padding game, higher than 8.5 rebounds for Hunter.
Okay, well,
the points total on Dickinson is only 17.5. I like that one too.
I was thinking about points and rebounds.
Troy's riding with the dick here. All right,
riding the dick.
He's got a pulse. He's got a pulse on Dick, is what they say. Is it not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got my hands all over it.
What did Phoenix say the other night? It's something about nuts, right?
I don't remember.
He said so much shit.
Some wild ass shit. I was like, "What the fuck did you just say?" Trev, where are we going for your final play?
I'm going to the Iowa State game. Deshaun Jackson higher than 22.5 points and rebounds. The last game he had 37 points and rebounds. Versus them, UCF has no interior presence, so I expect him to just dominate the glass and get a lot of shots at the rim here and in the paint. So higher than 22.5 points and rebounds.
Cap, do you want to throw one more in there for 4-legger?
Sure. I'm going to take you. I'll take you back to Ann Arbor for Purdue at Michigan. Trey Donaldson, his assist total was only 3.5 last night. I jumped all over it. He averages 4.7 assists per game when playing at home. He's gone higher than 3.5 assists in 5 straight home games. He did face the Boilermakers earlier in the year, and he only got 1 assist in 27 minutes, but it was an absolute blowout, embarrassing, terrible loss. He's going to bounce back tonight and get at least 4 assists and go higher than 3.5 tonight.
Let's go. Get on over there, everybody. Underdog Fantasy, promo code TCESGPN. Underdog's been a proud sponsor, and you can pack entries on top of entries and get a big payout today. Reminder, Underdog Fantasy, promo code TCESGPN. Okay, let's get back into it, and we'll do more join everything by league now. Big 12 got some good games here tonight. We got Iowa State going down the bounce house. Tricky little spot here. They are laying 7.5. Numbers kind of stayed around there all day. We talked about it. BYU going to Morgantown. That line stayed right around 2.5. Cincinnati, Utah going to Cincinnati, laying 8.5. And then what was the other game? It was at the Fall. Colorado's getting a huge number at Kansas, getting 17.5. Oh shit! I forgot the game of the night. Arizona, the Battle of the Wildcats, going to Kansas State here. Arizona's laying 3.5. I took all 5 home teams actually tonight.
Really?
Yeah. I like the home teams in the Big 12 here tonight. I think it's a tough spot for Iowa State. Kind of got the 1-game bump. Momlichevich was back. Everybody got in. Finally snapped that skid. Catching a hungry UCF team. Took my Mountaineers because of the travel spot. Cincinnati, I think, is going to start playing well. Revenge game against Utah. K-State needs this game like blood again because they need to stay on the bubble. And Kansas, I mean, I didn't feel great about this one. Colby brought me on. I'll fade Colorado go in the fog. I think they'll blow it up and win by 20. So 5 home teams for me in the Big 12 here. Troy, any ones you like specifically, or do you like them all?
I mean, I'm pretty big on Dub V tonight. I think the way that they defend the 3 against BYU really matches up well for them to cause a bunch of issues for the Staples. But
Soakers.
This put me on. DeVries said half off drinks at pregame, and the first 300 kids get a $10 free drink voucher. And you got to imagine that the kids are already 10 to 12 drinks deep before they even get there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is West Virginia. Place is going to be lit. So I'm pretty heavy on that one. I am a little bit worried about Kansas State at home. I do like all the other home teams actually. I like the Octagon of Doom, but it seems like they might have used all the Doom. So I don't feel too. I mean, I don't have a bet on that game. I don't really want to lay it with Arizona on the road, but I don't feel that confident in K-State, so I kind of stayed off of that one. And I also didn't. I'll pick Kansas, but I'm not going to lay 17.5 with them. Colorado's not good enough for me to really care about either. But the UCF game, I think this is a hungry spot for UCF. I don't know if they get the outright win, but I do think they cover that 7.5.
Okay. I'm all over K-State tonight. I bet this outright. I've got them on the money line. My biggest bet for the evening. So
Okay.
if that goes south, you can all blame me. I think it's a goofy travel spot from Tucson to Manhattan. That's one. Two.
Houston on deck.
Yeah, Houston on deck for Arizona. It's another part of it, and K-State, they figured out like how to use that roster effectively. Like this is not the same team that it was in November and December. They've really figured out just like how to play together, and they've been on fire. I'm going to continue to ride them. I think everybody's going to be in Arizona tonight with the number next to their name. The road favorite. Give me Kansas State on the money line. They win this outright. Let's get it. West Virginia cosign, love it. Love the spot for them. I think they're going to freaking smash BYU. Also, I absolutely love that we get this game because it's just like the clash of cultures is just fantastic. Where you
in
get
the snow.
Yeah,
Going to Morgantown tonight.
Mormon town.
Yeah, you get the Mormons coming to Morgantown. I love it. That's this. If we're gonna do conference expansion, we have to do more stuff like this. Where there's like a clash of cultures. I dig it. I feel great about taking Kansas minus 17.5. This Colorado team is done. They're this is a fire the coach season. I'm sorry. I'm sure he's a great guy, but I think he's just about done on that job. Iowa State UCF. I have no feel for. UCF is super chippy, especially in the bounce house. But I think Iowa State is just a better team, better roster. I don't know what to do with this. And Utah Cincinnati. I'm not going to watch a second of this game.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's just most years it's a quality game. This is just a snooze. Gun to my head. I guess I'd probably give me the points. I guess I think they could cover 7. I mean, it's going to be a low scoring game. I feel so. Typically when that happens, I want to take the side that has the points. No feel for either of those two, but I love the other 3 games.
I'll try to remember all those games, but I took Utah under the team total here, 65.5. Their offense is already terrible. Now you're going to go to Cincinnati, and Cincinnati plays, grind you out, slow defense. Their offense has been clicking, so I don't mind laying it with them, but I felt better just absolutely fading Utah just on the road, and Cincinnati was playing good, feeling themselves. So took the under there. The Colorado game, I'm not touching, but Colorado did just play Houston, and I always fade teams off of playing Houston. So yeah, I would take Kansas. And then the West Virginia game, I took the -2 with them last night at home. They stopped the 3. They defended really well, which is where BYU likes to make their money. And I don't think that's going to happen tonight. And like Troy said, it's going to be half off beer night to get into the door. So they're going to be slamming beers, getting rowdy, getting loud. And then they gave away $10 concessions for the first 300. So 300 students get more free beer when they get inside too. So rough, rowdy environment. Good luck to the Mormons. What was the Iowa State game? I played Iowa State over 82.5. UCF, absolutely terrible with their defense, especially interior. We saw Kansas put up 99 and 91 on them. Iowa State put up 108 the last time. Their offense seemed to look a lot better with Momcilovic back. So I think they're going to put up points, 88, something like that. But this spread is set at 7.5 all day. So something's telling me that it's going to be a tight game. Hopefully we get overtime or something to push that team total over for me.
Fair enough.
What was the last game?
Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas State. Kansas State. I got them +3. This is my big bet of the day too. I also parlayed their money line with Vanderbilt's money line. Threw a little account rounder on that one. I like Kansas State here. I mean, they're playing really good. Arizona's sandwich spot from home. Hit the road to go to the Octagon of Doom. Then you got to go play Houston on Saturday. So this is just a rough sandwich spot. And I was looking at bracketology, and Kansas State's not even in the next 4 out spot yet, according to CBS. So a must-have game. If they drop this one, that's going to really hurt their chances to get hopefully an at-large bid. So they're going to need to get this game bad, and I think they're playing much better. Coleman Hawkins included, surprisingly. So let's go K-State. Get it done tonight. Cats up. Tang gang.
Good transition, Trevor, into the Vandy-Auburn game. The 3 other SEC games. Auburn goes to Vandy, laying 8.5, 9, shop around. They got the big one on deck, 1 versus 2. The other team in that is Alabama. They're playing Texas. That line's at 4.5 now. And then the third game in the SEC that we haven't talked about, Georgia at Texas A&M. I like Vanderbilt with you, Trevor. I think that they've been chippy at home. A little bit too big a number. I think people will just want to blindly back Auburn off a loss. I think they're going to win, but I think it's going to be a tough game, like everybody else has played at Vandy so far this year. I laid it with Alabama. I think Texas is fool's gold, and I think Bama is just I think they'll out-athlete them and run them out of the gym with their shot-making ability. And I took the Georgia Bulldogs in a kind of foxhole spot off a home loss to Mississippi State. A&M off that huge Saturday win at Missouri. Crazy game, buzzer beater. So I took Georgia, Alabama, and Vandy in the SEC to round it out. Troy?
Right before we get to the SEC games, I was going to say shout out to all the pledges or new initiated members or whatever they want to call them these days that are waiting for the vouchers, because those are definitely the kids that are in line in the freezing cold and the snow. They'll be handing them back out. So shout out to those guys. Better things are ahead for you. I like Vanderbilt here. I like getting 8.5 points at home on the weird court. Just like you said, I think Auburn might be able to, itch and scratch this one out, but 8.5 points on the road here to Vanderbilt. I feel pretty good about taking those points. I'm going to lay it with Alabama. I am on the fade Gustavo Fring, and that brings me to my support Hank Schrader. 8.5 is a pretty big number, but again, we've got the sweat coach strategy that the only time that I faded it did not work. I thought a number was too big, and it was not too big. So I like the buzzsaw here, covering this down in Georgia at home. Well, in Texas against Georgia. Sorry.
Right. I'm going to co-sign on Vanderbilt. I think this is actually a really good spot for them. And they fuck with Auburn, and they always have. They've always fuck with Auburn and that goofy court. So I kind of like this spot for them. Plus the 8.5. I don't think they win outright, but I do think they cover. Alabama at Texas. I think Alabama's going to run Texas off the floor tonight. I can't stand this Texas team. It's a mediocre roster, mediocre coach. I'm thrilled they're not ranked anymore. I don't want to see them in the tournament. Get this Texas bullshit out of here. Horns down, Alabama smash. Georgia at Texas A&M. I'm going to co-sign on the foxhole spot. I kind of like them to try to slow this game down. And whenever I think it's going to be a close chippy game, I tend to want to take the points, especially if I'm getting 8.5 with a pretty good Georgia team. So I actually really like that spot for Georgia. I don't know if I sprinkle the money line, but I'm definitely taking the points with Georgia. Let's get it.
I took Texas A&M here. Georgia, whenever they leave home, always gets run out the gym. Texas A&M needs a good buzzsaw game, just run through somebody. So I think it's a good spot for them tonight. And Georgia just may be a little defeated from that game. I mean, they fought so hard to stay in that game, and they could never get it over that hump, and then finally had a chance to win late. Dribbled it off his damn foot. So that might be a rough spot for him. But the other Texas game, I went horns up. Give me Gus Fring, Rodney Terry, whatever you want to call him. I know Alabama's has the ability to just run it up on somebody, but they also have the inability to play defense. So I think coming on the road, you're looking ahead to Auburn a little bit. You're 1-2, first ever SEC 1-2 matchup. I think it's going to be potentially a rough spot for them. I'm not saying Texas wins, but I think it'll be a tight game. Maybe Alabama hits their shots down the end stretch lately, or at the end. But I'm going horns up in this one. I like Rodney Terry as a dog, not as a favorite, and this line feels a little weird, so I took the 4.5. And then, I took Vandy plus 9.5 last night, sprinkled a little on the money line. I mean, they catch teams at home. Just ask Tennessee and Kentucky about it. I know Auburn's a better team, but they've also got a look-ahead spot. And everyone who's on Auburn today, the only cap I've heard from them is Auburn off a loss. They're going to smash Vandy. They don't stand a chance. That's the whole thing. Like, I get Vandy's a little small down low, but, heart outweighs height sometimes. All right, let's go Vandy, and it's honky tonk night, so they're giving out cowboy hats, the whole shebang. And I saw they're wearing gold uniforms. This is a get up spot for Vandy. Let's go, yeehaw, all the way on the money line.
The only thing weird about this Alabama Texas line is it's not double digits. They're freaking losing. They're getting smashed tonight. Get this Texas bullshit out of here.
We'll find out. Arkansas was supposedly going to get run out the gym on Saturday too.
Oh, that was a fraud ass cover.
That was never a doubt. What are you talking about? They just kept
down
fighting.
18 with 6 minutes left. That was a fraud ass cover.
I did
Arkansas
move the game over to a small
team. That was terrible.
Arkansas is better than phony ass Texas too. Calipari's winning it out. Let's go. That was just one loss. Big Ten, UCLA, red hot UCLA going to Illinois. What other game? And then we got a couple late sleepy spot games here. Indiana going to Sparty at 11.5. Penn State at USC. They're staying out west. They got to keep getting drilled by everybody. USC's laying 4.5. And the finale of the slate is Northwestern at Oregon.
I like that game.
That game is ass. That game is fucking ass. I will lay it with UCLA. It's probably my favorite one out of them. Sorry, what did I say? I'll lay it with Illinois, not UCLA. I'll lay it with Illinois against UCLA. Lions actually come up a couple points. UCLA, I'm going to sell them at their peak, and they suck when they leave the West Coast. Illinois, much better than their record. I think that they'll put it on and win by 10. I did take USC. I laid it with USC. I just think Penn State's kind of quit a little bit. Maybe I'll take them as a home dog, but right now I'm going to just keep fading Penn State. I took Indiana. I took Indiana in the 11.5. Sparty's been playing with their foot a little bit. That was the luckiest cover ever on Saturday, covering that game against Oregon. They were down 14.5. I think you'll get a tight game here. And I guess I'll take Northwestern in the late
window. I took UCLA. I think 7 is a little too much. I don't know if this is a sprinkle the money line play. I think Illinois still wins the game. I just don't think that they really completely fuck them up. Indiana's been finding ways to hang around games too.
Yeah,
it's funny now that Mike Woodson doesn't have anything to play for, and the kids aren't worried about like winning some games or staying close, and him sticking around. Like, since he's stepping down no matter what, they've been covering. So I'll take him to cover again with a big number. And Penn State is not great on the road. I don't have a problem laying 3.5 with USC. I'm not betting the Northwestern Oregon game.
Sleep.
All right.
Sleep.
What's so bad about it?
Thoughts on Mike Izzo. He's, still Mike Izzo.
Izzo is going for Bob Knight's record tonight.
Oh, that's why the line's so high then. Okay.
Yeah, but sometimes like that we overstate those. It's like the senior day and senior night. A lot of emotion, a lot of distractions. It's 11.5.
All right. When it comes UCLA at Illinois, I like Illinois at 5.5. I don't know if I can get there at 6.5. I think it's a little bit too beefy. I love the home court advantage. In this spot, and I love that UCLA is actually a pretty mediocre road team. I just 6.5 with that defense is a tall order for this Illinois team, I feel. Last night I was giving Trevor a hard time because he was very, very anti-Illinois, as he's wont to be, being the dirty, filthy state of Wisconsin. But I've got a cosign now. Now that it's at 6.5, it's just too much. I can't get there. Indiana at Michigan State. What do you do with this Indiana team? I guess you take them plus the 11, plus the 10.5.
Yeah, lose by 7.
Penn State is going to get stomped by USC. The terrible road. What has happened to this Penn State team? They look like a tournament.
Injuries.
Yeah, I guess, but still, they look like a tournament team in December. And now they're probably an NIT team in February. Lastly, Northwestern Oregon. I got to have a take here because I don't think this game is that bad. I kind of like this Northwestern team. Give me Northwestern
They're
plus the 9.
super banged up though.
And this is the first leg of the road spot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll lay it with Oregon. All right.
They were at Washington.
Oh, is it? Oh, is this the second night? Oh, okay. Give me Northwestern plus the 9.5.
Yeah, but this is an easy travel spot because their team name is Northwestern and Oregon is in the Northwest. They could be claiming their territory.
Fucking crickets.
Feel like Shane when he told the
Trev would say you
Jurassic Park joke and was like, that was a great joke. You guys are just too dumb to pick up on it. God damn it.
I didn't play this game, but I like UCLA. I've not been impressed with Illinois. Congrats on your 2 freshmen going for 40 plus against Minnesota. Big win at the barn. But other than that,
hey, the barn is a really tough place to play, so I've heard.
Yeah,
they had a Other Illinois' big wins are what? Oregon, Washington, Penn State, IU, Northwestern, Minnesota. Needed a drought from Ohio State to get it done. I'm contemplating taking UCLA at the price here. They're only traveling halfway across the country, not all the way east this time. So I think they'll be a little bit more.
Okay, no. Okay, it's a 4-hour flight, but then you got to take a 2-hour bus ride.
So
90
bonding time with the fellas.
Nobody wants. That's misery.
Let's go over the Big East. We got. Trev, do you have anything else in the Big Ten?
Yeah, I took Michigan State. Team gets up for Izzo to get that record. I would lay it with USC. Penn State's absolutely broken, and then I don't know, Northwestern plus 9. They fight for Collins, and what has Oregon showed you that they should be fucking 9-point favorites to anybody? Maybe 4.5. I'd think about it, but 9 points, get out of here.
Well, and Collins did get tossed from Saturday's game by High Knees, so I think they will get. Yeah, High Knees fucking he's such a shit fucking official. These fucking officials suck ass. I'm so sick of their egos. They need to start finding and firing these jackasses.
See, Horizon officials are a little corrupt.
Yeah,
and they're sending out emails recruiting people to ref.
Dude, officiating, it's the only fucking job in America where you make the game about yourself. But when you fuck up and you cost somebody the game, you don't have a press conference to answer questions. Hey, jackass, why'd you miss that call? You only cost that coach his job. Yeah, they don't talk the fucking real facts. These officials are fucking assholes. And they should be held accountable, but they won't be. They'll keep getting a nice check. Speaking of assholes, UConn. Dan Hurley, best fucking coach of the game. Go to Creighton where Creighton's going to fuck them up again in Omaha. Dude, UConn, they get lost when they go out there to the Midwest, somewhere in the middle of America. It's beer night there. It's they got the Panda halftime show. Creighton's going to run their ass out of the gym again, make all those threes like they always do against them. And then I'll lay the number with Marquette against your RuPaul DuPaul. Dude, they tricked him the first time. It's going to be a 40-point beatdown tonight.
I know it is.
Is this the first time that you're fading the double-digit Shaka Smart system? 17.5 points.
Yeah, well, DePaul's the exception. If you look at it, last year, it was literally like a 22-point line, and they won by like 39. I know DePaul's better, but they tricked him the first time. They should have beat Marquette. Marquette will be ready to go off 3 losses, I think, tonight.
And DePaul is super, super banged up. Their point guard is done for the year, and Skyman's out tonight. So,
yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I was going to fade the Shaka Smart system, too. I think they actually cover this. Sorry, Cap. I'm not going to be able to ride with DePaul.
Good run.
I'll lay it with Creighton, too. UConn Creighton's much closer to St. Joe's than they are to some of the teams that UConn has beat. So
better without Pop Isaacs.
Yeah, I'm going to co-sign on DePaul. Going into Milwaukee, no, thank you. They're going to get fucking destroyed tonight. If you can outline it as high as you can go. 25 isn't might not be enough. So
shit! I didn't know if they were going to win by that much, but I like your
they're gonna get fucking destroyed. Outline this, I'm telling you. UConn at Creighton. Yeah, this is a house of horrors for UConn historically, so I'm gonna roll with Creighton. I'll lay the points. I'm a bit concerned that Creighton has won 9 in a row. They're due to get a loss at some point. 11-2 in conference. I don't know.
They're going to lose Sunday at St. John's.
Yeah, I was going to say the revenge game for them's on deck.
All right, fair enough. Okay, in that case, I got no problem laying it then. Let's go.
Yeah, I laid it with Creighton too. Danny Hurley heading west. Creighton, never a good idea. Beer night, Panda, and they're laying points for a reason. I know UConn just had a game against St. John's. You could argue a little dumbbell theory potentially here, but they had everything going in their favor and they couldn't get shit done. So give me Creighton, get it done, sweep UConn on the season, and then I debated playing Marquette, but I just laid off. I was like, I got 15 other bets tonight. I'll be fine not watching a fucking 25-point beatdown, hopefully. So, I'll take Marquette, but I'm not betting it.
I got to meet my quota of covering Snooze Fest ACC games. Syracuse at Miami and Pitt at SMU. I mean, you got the fucking Sleepy Bowl and then you got the Fraud Bowl here. Give me Miami. Why are they moving as a favorite? Like, there's going to be some voodoo in this game. And I guess I'll take SMU just because I hate Pitt. I hate laying points with SMU. I don't like this team either. I think they're a fraud, but I mean, Pitt is the ultimate fraud of frauds. I mean, everybody crowned a national champion, and they're not even going to make the fucking NIT at this rate.
Okay.
I mean, I'm obviously betting SMU because, again, this is not a system. This is a lifestyle. Pitt sucks, and you just fade the shit out of them, and you'll be fine. I'm not going to bet the Syracuse-Miami game. If I had to pick, I would pick Miami, but I'm not betting on that game. Why is the line moving to Miami? I know Syracuse isn't that good, but, man, what a stinker.
I kind of can't wait to watch the Syracuse-Miami game. It's going to make the quad box. I'm going to have it in one of the corners. It's going to be in one of my corners.
That was gross, man.
Oh, no, it's going to be – I'm not betting this.
I'm going to watch this one followed up with Northwestern Oregon. Come on.
Hell yeah! Now we're talking. Now we're talking to some teams.
And to answer the chat's question about Pitt being lifeless, yes, but Pitt has a way of like these bullshit ass backdoor covers to lose games. Like they're the king of the backdoor cover. So yeah, I think SMU wins, but I don't know if they're going to cover 4.5 because they're a fraud too.
I'll take Miami, I guess. And in the Pitt SMU game, again, this game is gross. Give me Pitt in the points, just to be different. I have no cap. I hate both of these teams. I will not watch this game. Give me Pitt plus 4.5 though. If I had to cap it.
Trevor's done with the disease of betting on Pitt. He went there one too many times.
Hey, I made some money. I faded him against Bucky. You're welcome for that one. And then I made some money off them a little bit, but I think they're starting to cost me too much. But I've debated all day going back just one more. Like hand on the hot stove. I'm like, is it still? I gotta find out. So I might get there with that. And I bet Syracuse. Plain simple. I've been fading Miami all season. So I do not give a shit what the number is. Give me Cuse, orange up.
It's just like the style of basketball when you watch Pitt. It's just like the biggest. Like soft ass, like just flop around, shoot a bunch of threes. You have talent to everybody's point, but they're so goddamn soft. It's sickening. I can't even watch them anymore. Anyway, I'll tell you what I can watch. Let's go over to the late window here. WCC and Mountain West. I want to hit these games. Air Force, UNLV here. Air Force won by 50 last year at UNLV. And then the other one, this game's fire. Colorado State at Utah State. This line is actually froze. I'm a little worried here because I'm on Utah State. And then I did lay the big number. I laid 6.5 with San Diego State at San Jose. That's up to 9.5. A little surprise there. So I'm on all favorites in the Mountain West here. Or no, I'm on Air Force. Sorry. I'm on Air Force. I'm not playing a big number with UNLV. What? Where are you going here, Troy, in the Mountain West?
This 0-13 in the conference is going to lead to a flurry of MAC bets on Air Force if they don't pick up a league win soon.
This could be a live one tonight.
It might be.
UNLV is not that great. I don't mind taking the points, but I'm not going to bet that. Fuck Air Force. I'll still lay it at 6.5 with Utah State. That home crowd is awesome, but this one's got to be way more fun to watch than Northwestern and Oregon. So I'll be on Fox Sports 1, I think. I don't know if I like it at 9.5, even as much as like 7.5 or something with San Jose State.
Yeah.
I'll probably stay off of that one too, but at 9.5, I think I would take the points with San Diego State.
Okay.
That is injury news. So.
Injury news on the screen.
Yeah. 9.5's a lot. That kind of seems like an overreaction to the injury, but
I think that is a big overreaction. They got other guys who can score. It's not just him.
Yeah.
So I'm on all the dogs here, believe it or not.
Are you on Colorado State?
Yes. Hell yeah. 6.5. This game is always chippy. It's always tight. The elevation doesn't matter. This is always a chippy game. I think it's going to be a one-position game. Give me the 6.5. I don't think I sprinkled the money line, but I think they cover this. Let's see what happens. And San Jose State, I like the San Jose State team at home. I love them getting 9.5. I think it's way too many points. And Air Force UNLV. I mean, the game total is 135, and they're getting 13 points. Anytime it's that short, I always I tend to take the favorite, a double-digit favorite on a short total.
Yeah, I thought about playing San Jose State, but they also almost beat San Diego State last time. Like, they had a big lead, and then San Diego State came back. So I don't think they're going to really sleepwalk through it. And everybody's caught on to the fact that Houston Christian and San Jose State are absolute ATS wagons. And now they've been dropping games a little bit here. So I think they're trying to entice people as much as they can to kind of get their money back a little bit from losing San Jose State all year. So it would be San Diego State or nothing for me. I also play Colorado State. I know it's a revenge game. Colorado State kicked the shit out of them earlier this year, but Utah State hasn't won by margin lately either. They've been winning by like 5-6 points. So I think it'll be a tight game. I think Colorado State will lose, late free throws or something, lose by 4 or 5. Like Matt or Capper said, it's been tight in this series. So that's how I would go. And I don't know what I'd do with this Air Force game. I'm sick of Air Force. I haven't won a bet on Air Force all year. I'm like 0-3. So I guess UNLV out of spite, but I'm not laying that many points with Kruger. So I don't know what that
Air Force has one guy and 4 staples.
Yeah, Ethan Taylor, and even then he's I don't even know if he would be a 6th man on most teams. He's shout out the troops, but I'm glad we don't have to play basketball to fight other countries. Otherwise, we'd be in trouble.
Well,
all right, let's fly around real quick before our dog play. 2 games that are really good tonight that we didn't touch on in the mid-major. Mason at St. Louis, big game in the A-10, and then Santa Clara at St. Mary's. I like St. Louis at home. I think they can match up well with them. They're a different team in that building. And then I'll be the maniac, and I'll take Santa Clara against St. Mary's again, despite the 30-0 run last time. Double down. Give me 10.5 points.
Yeah, I kind of want to do the contrarian thing and take Santa Clara here. It's kind of dumb, but it always feels like they're going to do whatever they can to try to get Gonzaga back in that fucking race. I like the under 137.5 a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah. Mason moneyline.
You love Mason. I can't blame you.
Skin in the game, baby.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna ride with Troy and Mason. The St. Louis team is so sloppy. they're really loose with the ball, and I think against a team like Mason, that's absolutely going to kill them. I like Mason to win this by a lot. They got athletes, they play defense, they stick to their system. St. Louis doesn't do much of that. They got athletes, but they don't. They're a bit schizophrenic on offense. I've not been a fan of the way they've been put together this year. So, Santa Clara at St. Mary's. I hate to say it, but I've seen all the Twitter geniuses have been on Santa Clara.
Not again. Damn it.
I'll lay the 10.5. In that building, I'll lay. The Santa Clara team. I think I've lost more money on Santa Clara than just about any other team in the league, in the nation this year. I can't cap them for anything, so I'm just going to lay it and probably not bet it.
Trev?
I took Santa Clara. I mean, they got absolutely. I was embarrassed sitting here in Wisconsin watching that game when they played St. Mary's last time. I can't imagine what those guys felt like on the court getting a 30-0 run put on their ass. And even with that, it was a 13-point game. So I'll take Santa Clara in the bounce back revenge embarrassment spot from St. Mary's. And St. Mary's has kind of played some tough games lately. So they don't have as much energy. I mean, I doubt it, but I'm hoping. I took the 9.5 as much of a trap as it will be. In that George Mason game, I love Mason, but they've been hot. That line is kind of stinky. But St. Louis, I feel like is just everybody just loves them because they got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on that team, and they haven't played well this year, in my opinion. Like I haven't enjoyed watching them. So and the turnovers are going to be an issue. So I would go George Mason or nothing in that game personally.
All right, 60 seconds, real quick. Dog money line. Troy, favorite one of the night.
Mason.
Dog.
Yeah, they're plus 105. Cap.
Oh man, K-State.
Yeah, free money.
Good. Plus 130. Trev.
K-State. Oh wait, you just said that shit. Give me Vanderbilt.
I did. Give you who?
Vanderbilt. All right. I'll give a little nasty here in the OVC. Give me SEMO.
I knew it.
5 at Little Rock. Fade Darrell Walker. Let's go. 59-1. Get on over there. MyBookie.ag, promo code TCE SGPN. We got it in time. We got Vandy, K-State, Mason, and SEMO. SEMO money, baby. Let's go. All right, guys. Preview and picks. Pump Fake Pod later tonight. And Troy and I will be resuming top 5 games tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. Probably show will be around midnight. Probably closer to 1 with these games tonight tipping off. That 11 o'clock window is like randomly really good tonight. Shout out to College Hoops. So, all right, Mountaineers starting here. 1 game. Game's tipping off all across the country here. 1 minute. He is at Troy Tuning. He's at Cannabis Capper. He's at Sully Picks. I'm at Moneyline_Mac. Cheers, everybody. Let's have a hell of a night. And we are out of here now. Cheers. I didn't realize WU was CBS Sports.